Hello everybody and welcome back to the More Freedom series. Today we are here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the New Hampshire Maple Producers 45. This is going to be race number 16 in our 24 race season here in the More Freedom series, and the points race is getting close, getting wild, getting crazy. Let's go through your points real fast. With his third win of the season last week, your points leader is going to be the number 25 of JTM 2588. Second place is going to be the number 96 of Nico 2588. Third place is going to be the 33 of ZWTF. Fourth place will be the number 11 of TC Roberts. Fifth will be the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal. Sixth place will be the number 23 of Fuller Than You. Seventh will be the 07 of Douche Baggins. Eighth will be the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper. Ninth will be the number 80 of Hog Eric, and rounding out your top 10 is going to be the number 72 of Duchess. So 129 points separating first and 10th place, and 356 to 20th place. So with races winding down at this point, it's still really anybody's season to win right now. So let's go through qualifying. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games, and on her outside will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Starting third will be the number 32 of Heck of a Doober, and on his outside the 660 of Garrett Miller. Starting fifth will be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson, and on his outside the 25 of JTM 2588. Starting seventh will be the 71 of Kung Fu Beer, and on his outside the 66 of Syndicate J. Starting ninth will be the 88 of NM 2588, and on his outside the 96 of Nico 2588. Starting 11th will be the 51 of AJM 2588, and on his outside the 57 of Nail Clipper Flipper. Starting 13th will be the 911 of Danny Cybex, and on his outside the 47 of Dom Kizzle. Starting 15th will be the number 30 of Corvette Stingray, and on his outside the 19 of XJ Snake. Starting 17th will be the 29 of Wishbone Attack, and on his outside the 187 of Johnny T. Homicidal. Starting 19th will be the number 80 of Hog Eric, and on his outside the number 72 of Duchess. Starting 21st will be the 55 of Ida, and on her outside the 619 of Balls Deep. Starting 23rd will be the 420 of Queen of Hearts, and on her outside the 999 of Deviant. Starting 25th will be the 00 of Mudbone, and on his outside the 34 of Super Snake. Starting 27th will be the number 13 of King of the Aces, and on his outside the 49 of Jetman. Starting 29th will be the 23 of Fuller Than You, and on his outside the number 20 of Adam B5000. Starting 31st will be the 22 of Sailor Spoopy Moon, and on her outside the 799 of Mike Check. Starting 33rd will be the 07 of Douche Baggins, and on his outside the number 6 of Ice Cream Some Days. Starting 35th will be the 300 of Resemble, and on his outside the number 40 of Veteran Chaos. Starting 37th will be the number 10 of It's Somalian, and on his outside the 33 of ZWTF. Starting 39th will be number 7 of Seabass, and on his outside the number 11 of TC Roberts. And in the last row, shotgun on the field, starting 41st will be the 95 of Zed Brunna, and on his outside, the number 42 of Mom Games Hard. So that's your starting lineup today for this New Hampshire Maple Producers 45. It looks to be an exciting race. Short track racing here in the More Freedom series is usually pretty exciting, so let's go racing. It's a cool 76 degrees as compared to the 90s and 100s and what we had in our West Coast swing. So a cool 76 degrees here at New Hampshire for this New Hampshire Maple Producers 45. Let's go through your top 10 real quick. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games. On her outside, starting second will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Third will be the 32 of Heck of a Doober. Fourth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Fifth will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Sixth will be the 25 of JTM. Seventh will be the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. Eighth will be the 66 of Syndicate J. Ninth will be the 88 of NM, and rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 96 of Nico 2588. So an all-orange front row here for this New Hampshire Maple Producers 45. And we're going to see what happens as G3, I believe with her first pole of the year, is going to be leading us down to take the green flag with Duber right behind her in that ketchup taco car. G3 with an out to a little bit of a lead right now over Duber. So we're going to see what happens. We could get some great racing today, so I'm excited right now. As your leader on the track is going to be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games. Right behind her is going to be the 32 of Heck of a Duber. We got 2-3 wide action right now in the middle of the pack, or the front of the pack, I guess, as the 25 of JTM 2588 right there in the middle. Oh, we got a crash right there in the back of the pack. We got a crash with the 7, the 00, and the 23. Already on lap number 1, we have wild, exciting action as it looks like the 00 of Mudbone, who he might be out of this race as he's got large plumes of smoke coming out of the back of that car. Race back to the yellow flag is going to be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games is going to be your leader. Heck of a Duber going to be in second place, third place. Second's going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. As you can see, that 00 is, I think he's done for the day, folks. I believe he is going to be done for the day. We'll watch to see if we get any takers for pit road to start out here. G3 is now caught up to the back of that pace car. Doesn't look like any takers for pit road right now. Watch as all these cars go by. We'll see what happens. And no takers on pit road. So let's bring up let's actually check that before we bring up a timing and scoring. Let's check that replay. So this caution is going to be brought out by the 00 of Mudbone. Off this turn is going to get into the right rear of the 34 of Super Snake, and that's what's going to bring out this caution. So let's go ahead and see this. You can see there's the contact. Gets down into the 23 and then up into the 95 and the 7. So hopefully the 95's okay, but yeah, that's going to do it for the 00 of Mudbone right there. I believe he is being shown as out of the race right now, so tough break for Mudbone right there. So as a result of that accident, the 2 cars out of the race right now are going to be the 00 of Mudbone and the 7 of Seabass. That does not help Mudbone in his quest for the championship as he was running in 12th in points. Seabass, with that win earlier this year at California, was making moves and was up to 18th in points. So that's going to definitely hurt him. It's actually going to hurt both those cars. They're going to end up with 1 point on the day. Let's go through your top 10 real fast. Your leader's still going to be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games. Second will be the 69 of Arco Creates. Third will be the 32 of Heck of a Duber. Fourth will be the 1 of Jamal Jackson. Fifth will be the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. Sixth will be the 25 of JTM. Seventh will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Eighth will be the 51 of AJM. Ninth will be the 88 of NM. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 911 of Danny Cybex. So, 1 lap to go until we get the green flag. G3 starting on the pole today and having led all the laps so far. We're going to see what Arco and Duber and Jamal and KFB has for that number 3, that Jose Cuervo car. Again, first pole of the year for the number 3 of Geek Girl Games. Actually, I believe that is the first pole of the year for G3 Motorsports in general. So G3 leading us down to take the green flag. Right behind her is going to be that 69 of Arco Creates as they go down into turn one. Duber with a little bit of bump right there on the back end of that 69 of Arco Creates. The 25 of JTM now down to the inside of the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. Your points leader right there into the 5th position. As Jamal's looking down to the inside of the 32 of Heck of a Duber down the backstretch into turn 3 and 4. Duber kind of still on the outside, drifting up a little bit. He's still there in front of the number 1 of Jamal. As the battle for the lead right now is going to be between... I thought the Arco was bumping into the G3 right there. Off the turn, Arco looking down underneath that number 3. Down into turn 1, G3 with a great run still. Arco still trying to get underneath her right here. As KFB is now back underneath the 25. Not wanting to give up his position right now. The KFB now down to the inside of the 25 of JTM. Keeping an eye on the lead battle as we go here, as JTM on the outside trying to keep his position and take it back away from KFB, as the 96 now down to the inside of the 911 and his dad, the 88. So Nico down to the inside right there, trying to make up a couple positions. And right behind him is going to be his brother, AJM. As G3 is still your leader right now, having led all the laps so far here. Starting lap number 10, or actually finishing lap number 10 right now. As Arco is now caught up to the back of the 69. Or I'm sorry, Duber has caught up to the back of the 69. Watching these battles unfold right here, as KFB has now gotten his position back from the 25. He's back up to 5th position right here. Arco looking like he's trying to make another run. Down the front stretch they go. He's got a little bit underneath him, right? Trying to get a little bit of a off-center draft off of the number 3, as he is right there to her back bumper. These two orange cars battling it out for the lead right there in front of the 32. Arco sliding up the track right there. Checking back here through the field as the 51 now down to the inside of the 88. Right behind him is going to be that number 30 of Corvette, or actually Corvette dropping in behind the 66 of Syndicate J. This is an on-track battle for the 9th and 10th position, as currently in the 9th position will be the 88. But now the 51 is now going to be your 9th place car, as the 66 is looking to take that position away, as the 30 of Corvette Stingray trying to go around the 66 of Syndicate J on the outside. Arco's still trying to get in front of G3. The 96 of Nico way high on the track right there. Dropping back through the field, we're going to check to see, and there's the number 80 of Hog Eric. Eric currently up to the 16th position. He started in the 19th position, so 3 positions gained for that number 80. He definitely needs it, as he's currently running the 9th in points. And Duchess, who is in front of him, is currently running 10th in points, as he's dropping down to the inside of the 72 of Duchess, trying to take away that position from her. Eric needs a great push to the front right here, as the 66 of Syndicate J down to the inside. Let's check back up here to your lead battle. It's still going to be the number 3 of Geek Girl Games, and right behind her is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. We'll jump to the back of the field, as the 40 of Veteran Chaos currently running in 40th position, right down to the inside of the 95 of Zed Brunna. Zed, you can see, has that left side damage from that incident on lap number 1. And the 33 is ZWTF, who is running third in points, currently running in the 34th position. He definitely needs to start making up positions on the track, or he's going to be falling in the standings. But let's keep jumping up through this field. There's those two Drop Bear Racing Team cars, the 799 and the 300. Resemble yet to cause an accident today, so that's good news for that Drop Bear Racing Team. I'm sure that the owner, Mike Check, is tired of fixing cars at this point in the season, as it looks like Eric has fallen back a little bit, and Duchess was able to drive around him on the outside, but he's down to the inside of the 19 of XJ Snake. Again, that's for the 17th position right there. So Duchess on the outside right now as she's driving around the outside of the 47 of Dom Kizzle, catching up to the back bumper of the 911. And I think we got a pass for the lead up here. We definitely have a pass for the lead, as the 69 of Arco Creates is now going to be your leader. Arco taking away that lead position from G3, as she has fallen back hard right now, as the 25 of JTM has gotten around the 71 of Kung Fu Beer. We are 19 laps into this green flag run, and I don't know when we're going to get pit stops, but it looks like G3's tires have fallen off right here at the end of this run. As you can see, the 25 of JTM sliding up the track as his tires get worn out here. But your leader on the track is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. Arco looked like he had a good car right there at the early part of that run, just unable to get around G3, and as he's gotten around her, he has now put up about a second lead on Heck of a Duber. We'll see what timing and scoring has to say as things update. So about 9/10 of a second between first and second place right now, as G3 is trying to stay right here in the top five, as she has the 660 of Garrett Miller is now making his way towards the front. Garrett started in the fourth position, and so he had fallen back, and he's trying to get under the 25 of JTM 2588 right there. So tire wear playing a part in this series and in this race, as the 25 stuck on the outside, and you can see like his car slides as we go through the turn, getting a little bit of a better run right there through the turn on the 660 at Garrett Miller. Arco continuing the extension of his lead, adding another couple tenths of a second right there, now up to 1.1 seconds over the 32 of Heck of a Duber. As we're watching this battle right now for the fifth position between the 25 and the 660. And right there behind the 25 is going to be that number 51 of AJM, his teammate. So three MBR cars right here on your screen, the 25, the 51. Actually, the four of them now as the 88 comes into the screen. But JTM is still going to be in the fifth position on the outside. A great run. Not giving up that fifth position to the 660 of Garrett Miller. Right behind Garrett's going to be the 66 of Syndicate J. Jay has not had a fantastic season this year. He's currently running 38th in points with only 3 top 10s on the year and 3 DNFs. So involved in lots of on-track altercations for that 66 and having a rough year this year. As Garrett's sliding up right now, allowing the 96 and the 88 to try to get underneath him. Second place in points is going to be the 96 of Nico 2588, as he's down to the inside of his brother, the 51. Right behind those two brothers are going to be their dad and that 88. Arco still extending his lead up to 1.5 seconds right now is Arco's lead over the 32 of Heck of a Duber. So awesome car today for this 69. Which, I mean, it makes kind of sense right now. You know, Great Northern Maple Products is the sponsor on the 69 car. You know, like a sister company to the New Hampshire Maple Producers. So, you know, it just makes sense. So your leader, again, is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates and that Great Northern Maple Products steel for Creates Racing. G3 is falling way back. She might actually be in the pits right now. We do have pit stops, folks. We have pit stops on the track as your leader of the 69 is in. And it looks like pretty much everybody else into the pits right now. The 34 of Super Snake looks like he's actually might be staying out here. I'm not sure if those folks have pitted or what. Well, I mean, we're going to see here in a few minutes, see what's going on. As things are getting heated coming out of the pits. Very small track, so watching these folks get back on the track, it looks like, I mean, Arco's still being shown as the leader right now. We'll try to find him. There's Arco. Right behind him is going to be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. So Jamal with a fantastic pit stop. As here comes the number 3 and the 25 and the 66. As G3 has made her way to the back bumper of the number 1. Underneath her is going to be the 25 of JTM 2588. I'm guessing that this is probably going to be for the 4th position right now. So JTM down to the inside of the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Right behind him is going to be the 66. So I'm guessing that, yeah, it looks like Arco's still going to be shown as your leader right now. And he will have been your leader at halfway. So extra 5 bonus points going to that number 69 of Arco Creates. Arco running, let's see where he's at in the points. He is 16th right now in points. So that would, you know, at least an extra 10 bonus points right now for Arco is definitely going to help his situation in the points. As G3 currently running in the 5th position. So she's actually, you know, knock on wood, she's actually doing better than most of our pole sitters as of late, as most of those have fallen off and gone to the back of the pack recently. As Jamal right there to the back bumper of the 69 of Arco Creates. We're going to see what Jamal has for Arco, as it looks like the 95 of Zed Brunna, who does have that right side damage and was involved in that accident on lap number 1. Looks like his car is off the pace. No, it also looks like they beat out that damage on his right side, so that would have caused him an extended period in the pits. But Arco's still your leader as the number 1 to Jamal Jackson right there to his back bumper. And we got the 3 of Geek Girl Games now down to the inside of the 66 of Syndicate J. Down the backstretch they go, down into turn 3. G3 pulling out in front. Great run on the outside by the 66. Off of turn 4. Down the front stretch. G3 is going to take away that position from J. She's going to set her sights on that 25 after this and see if she can get back up to the front, as your leader on the track is still going to be the 69. Again, I think he has, at this point in the race, I think Arco's got the car to beat with 13 laps remaining. Maybe if they can catch up to the back of the 95 right here, that might cause, I mean, I don't know. We're going to see. Once Arco leads this lap, he will have led them. Actually, Arco has led the most laps right now, so he's going to get an extra 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. So 10 extra bonus points, and I thought I saw some smoke right there. No caution, no caution. So mysterious phantom smoke as the number 1 of Jamal Jackson is, I mean, he's right there to the back bumper of the 69. A little bit higher line for Jamal through the turn. We'll see what he does off the turn. Loses a little bit of real estate between them. Arco lengthening that gap, able to stay to the bottom of the track. Slowly but surely catching up to the back of the 95. I'll keep an eye on that as Zed is 28.8 seconds behind your leaders right now. So we'll see if they are catching up. We'll check out that as timing and scoring updates. Check back through the field as it looks like they're the number 911 of Danny Cybex with a great run today for KFB Racing. Danny currently running in the 9th position and trying to get the 8th position away from the 34 of Super Snake. Super Snake having started in the 26th position on the day. So that's a fantastic run for that Amish Buggy Racing team. As you know, his teammate, the 7 of Seabass, is out of the race after that incident early on lap number 1 as he got into Mudbone. As it looks like the 66 of Syndicate J trying to get underneath. As there's the 32 of Heck of a Doober, who running in second place is falling back right now to the 13th position. Actually taking away the 12th position from NM right here. Right behind him is going to be the 07 of Douche Baggins. DB is running 7th in points right now, so any positions gained at this point are going to be beneficial to him. Jumping back up to the front, we'll see what's going on. As they are now almost to the back bumper of the 95 of Zed Brunna. With 8 laps remaining, your fastest lap on the day right now is going to be by the 96 of Nico at 30.203 seconds or 126 miles per hour. So they've fallen off about 1 to 2 tenths of a second a lap. So really not too bad on the fall off as it goes throughout the race as of right now after the pit stops. So I think within the next couple laps, we might see a battle for the lead as that number 1 to Jamal Jackson is, I think, biding his time, saving his tires. We'll see what happens as he's right there to the back bumper of the 69. As Syndicate J now down to the inside of the 3. G3 with a great run on the outside right here. She cuts Jay off and stays in her position, currently still in the 4th position. She's going to get those 5 bonus points for starting on the pole and for leading a lap. Unfortunately, not leading, having led all the laps today, she did lead 16. Checking back up here at the front. Got about 5 laps to go here. As Jamal, I think, is thinking about what his next move is as they've caught up to Zed Brunna. Down into turn 3, we're going to see what Arco does. He is right there to the back bumper of the 95. We're going to see if Zed plays a part in the finish of this race. As here comes, he is down a little bit to the inside. Or maybe Arco's up a half a car on him. I'm not sure yet. We're going to see if what Arco does here, if he's content to ride behind the 95 or if he's going to try to get around him. As he has this draft on the 95 as he's down to the inside. Out of turn 3 and 4. Arco down to the inside of that 95 with Zed Brunna, trying to put him a lap down. Not quite yet. And here comes the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. We're going to see if Jamal has anything for him at this point. With less than 5 laps to go, your leader on the track is going to be the 69. He is now down to the inside of the 95 of Zed Brunna. Down the front stretch. Down into turn 1 and 2. Looks like Arco is going to be able to get around the 95 this time. Here comes the number 1 of Jamal Jackson out of turn 2. Following right behind him. Great run right here. And Jamal trying to make it 3 wide on the track. Off of turn 2, white flag lap. Your leader, 1 lap to go, is going to be the number 1, or the 69 of Arco Creates, in that great Northern Maple Products Dodge for Arco Racing, or Creates Racing. Down the backstretch for the last time, your leader, the 69. No contention right now from the number 1 of Jamal Jackson as they go into turn 3 and out of turn 3 into turn 4. Off of 4 onto the front stretch, your leader and winner today for the New Hampshire Maple Producers 45 is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. A dominant performance today for that 69 car. I thought Jamal was going to have something for him there at the end, but Arco with a fantastic car today and able to come from second place outside pole, get around the number 3 of Geek Girl Games, and he is going to be your winner. Let's go through your finishing top 10 today. Again, your winner is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. In second place is going to be the number 1 of Jamal Jackson. Third place is going to be the 3 of Geek Girl Games. Fourth will be the 660 of Garrett Miller. Fifth will be the 96 of Nico 2588. Sixth will be the 911 of Danny Cybeck. Seventh will be the 66 of Syndicate J. Eighth place will be the 25 of JTM 2588. Ninth place will be the 42 of Mom Games Hard. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be the number 34 of Super Snake. So MGH, with starting 42nd today, ends up finishing in the 9th position. So amazing run today for the 42 of Mom Games Hard. Again, we're going to see what all the points do, as Nico was 29 points behind JTM and has finished a few places ahead. So, but next week we go to Pocono for the Pocono Mountain 75. Better known as the Tricky Triangle. Pocono is going to be an amazing race, a large, very, very large track. So hopefully you come back for Pocono. And let's get your points on the screen real fast. We're going to see who our points leader is. It might be JTM, it might be Nico, but we're going to find out here. I'm excited to calculate those points at the end of the race here. Again, congratulations today. Your winner for this New Hampshire Maple Producers 45 here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway is going to be the 69 of Arco Creates. So congratulations, Arco. Great run today. Fantastic car. Definitely was the car to beat today. So we'll see you next week at Pocono for the Pocono Mountain 75. And until then, take care.